expansion is actually in a direct route for Borg's forces, so it's very likely that this will be scouted frequently and often, whatnot. So just keep that in mind when you're in a position like this. Tempest is going to go ahead and get out a sentry and a couple more gateways. It looks like now he's getting a robotics facility. He's also going to go ahead and get out his own observer here, try to get an idea of what BorgBear is doing. However, Borg is just kind of taking this time, building up his economy. Definitely a good move, taking advantage of this this time that he has to kind of take map control and whatnot. Let's see what else is going on here. It looks like it's pretty much just kind of everybody's in their base macroing up, taking their time, enjoying the scenery, probably enjoying this awesome critter here in the middle of the map. He is so cute. The Ursadak calf. Well, if that's a calf, that is probably going to be one huge animal when he grows up to be a big bear. And Borg is going to go ahead and send his observer in kind of an outward patrol route to get an idea what the outskirts of Tempest base look like. Borg does know that these cannons are detectors, so if he were to send his observer in here, it would die very quickly. Not something you want to do. Tempest, it looks like he did kind of learn what happened in the last game, and he is going to go ahead and put out a Colossus. The Colossus proved to be kind of his downfall in the first match, so we'll see if he's able to kind of take Borg's strategy and work that to his advantage. Not too sure what this chrono boost is doing here, but that's okay. It just adds to the cool effects of the cybernetic score, which really is awesome. It looks like Tempest is going to go ahead and kind of put down a second expansion here, or second base. And here's his mighty probe, just kind of getting minerals, doing his own thing, trying to contribute to the base flowing the best way he can. And Borg, it looks like, is on the move with his units. It looks like he's got a couple of mortals in there, and this is just going to be a slaughter fest for the zealots. Oh, poor guys, they can't even breathe in there. Actually, can they even attack in there? Yes, they can. Okay, that zealot just died a horrible death, and this bear is... Oh, Borg, come on, man. That was just low. That was Tempest's pet, man. Anyways, it looks like there is going to be another fight here. This one Colossus is not able to do a whole lot because Borg was smart enough to go ahead and get some Immortals. Immortals are great versus Colossi. Colossi are heavy units. They have the extra armor. And Immortals do 50 damage versus Armored, which is just insane. And also, the Immortal is a really cool unit in that it has what's called Hardened Shield, which reduces the incoming damage to a maximum of 10. So, definitely a good thing versus units like Colossi, which have 2 attacks, 15 damage each, so that's going to take it down from 30 damage to 20 damage total. It looks like Tempest is going to go ahead and bring in some more Zealots. I'm not too sure how this is going to work out for him, as Immortals are still good. They still do 20 damage versus normal units. Looks like he's going to get pushed back a little bit, doing a little bit of micro-kiting the Zealots back, killing them with the Immortals and Stalkers. Tempest with 1 Colossus left. This poor guy, he is recharging his shields as fast as he can to try to do well when the next encounter, but I'm not too sure it's going to be enough, as Borg is kind of doing his own proxy base up here now with a cannon. The cannon, you know, having 1 cannon here is actually a good psychological move, because if you're a player up here in the ramp and you see that there's a base established down here with 1 cannon, all you're really going to get to do right here is see that there's a cannon, and that's going to be kind of an indication that you should back off. So, good psychological move for BorgBear, and he is just going to kind of go ahead and defend this as he builds it up. Although, yep, there's the probe. He is probably going to warp in some more units here. We might see, it looks like he has expanded his base quite a good bit. He is getting some more upgrades, and what are his upgrades at right now? Looks like still 000, but he does have Weapon 1 upgrade on the way, which is an amazing upgrade. Unfortunately, Tempest is not responding in kind with any sort of upgrades. However, he is building a shuttle. He's probably thinking, hey, you know what, this game is probably going to end up being a loss, but if I can kind of sneak out something, build an extra base that Borg doesn't know about, maybe do a drop in his base, I might be able to get back into this. Borg continued to kind of do the scouting / harassment, keep an eye on Tempest, see what he's doing, see if there's anything special that he needs to build to counter whatever Tempest is going for. Sees that things are pretty much contained for the most part. It looks like Borg is going to go ahead and get an expansion at the high yield with, it looks like Tempest, oh, see, this is a smart move, because Borg isn't going to have easy access to check up here with his probe, so in order for him to scout his base, he's either going to have to commit some armed forces to come over here and kill this rock, or build his own shuttle, which, you know, building a shuttle or an observer and sending it off to, you know, different corners of the map is generally not something you do in your kind of main focus of the game, unless you have some sort of indication that the enemy is building a base somewhere where you can't have direct access to it. Anyways, it looks like BorgBear is going to go ahead and come in here and start doing some Colossus macro, try to pick off some of these Zealots, which is a really good move. That's going to weaken his forces a whole lot. He does see that Borg does see that he does have the one shield upgrade and the one armor upgrade versus what looks like Tempest doesn't have any upgrades so far, so Borg was able to get in here, get some free kills, and kind of whittle down Tempest's forces here, which is a really good move because he knows that Tempest does not have the output to match what Borg has, so if he can kind of whittle down the army, he won't be able to replace those forces nearly fast enough. So Borg, it looks like, is going to go ahead and continue to sit here at the ramp. Good move, just kind of sitting back, waiting until he can get enough forces to steamroll into Tempest's base, which looks like probably would come pretty quickly as Borg is able to tell, you know, hey, Tempest only has a couple Colossi, a couple Stalkers, some Zealots, and I think that Borg is in a pretty good position right now to come in and finish this up. We'll have to see. Although it looks like Borg is going to kind of go ahead and build some more tech here. Stargate's Templar Archives just kind of steal the deal. You know, you got to do something with all this extra cash. So we'll see what happens to this. As far as APM goes for this game, since we are getting towards the end, I'll check it out. Borg is sitting at about 89, so that's pretty good for this game, and it looks like Tempest is about 64 as well. So APM is not exactly the best indication of skill. However, it is nice to see just what people are doing. And we'll go ahead and go back to the production here. You can see what's building while this fight does take place. Borg with the good shield placement, and it looks like he is just going to steamroll through these three Colossi as they are just no match for all the heavy units here and all the anti-heavy immortals and whatnot. And there's the GG from Tempest, so this game is over. We will go ahead and move on to the third game in this best-of-5 matchup between BorgBear and Tempest, and you're watching an RS StarCraft.